Good morning, students. This is class 10 IT NSQF, chapter number 2, self management skills. And we are going to cover the topics that are career planning, self esteem, positive thinking, stress management, time management, and communication skills. The most important focus will be on the topic called stress management. Okay, so we are going to study the topic stress management in details. First, we will start with the career planning. Now, what is career planning? It is not like what you are doing for your career, it is your day to day goals, how you are going to achieve your goals, what you are doing to achieve your goals. That is more important. What you are basically, how you visualize first of all your goals, okay, then you think in your mind how you are going to achieve, how you are going to set the target, the time, the resources, how you are planning for it. These things are basically the first initiative step for career planning. But there are limitations for it. First of all, your belief. Your belief is basically believing in yourself. If you're not believing in yourself, like I can't do it, I'm not having resources, I'm not having time, I'm bounded, I'm not capable of doing this, I can't compete. These type of things, they are going to make you weak and you are unable to believe in yourself. So it is very important that you should believe in yourself and you should just go through it, that no, I can do it. Then comes your acquired skills. Acquired skills means the things that you have learned. There is a difference between acquired skills and natural talent. Natural talent is basically which is inborn, that is in within you from your childhood. Acquired skills are something that you have learned. Okay, you are not believing in your acquired skills. Okay, you are not focusing on your acquired skills, you don't trust your skills. Then comes your natural talent. You are not exposing your natural talent. You are like, suppose you are having a natural talent of painting or any singing music, okay, playing an instrument, but you are not exposing it due to the pressure that you are having, like from your environment. So you are not able to getting any chance to expose these, to use these, to utilize this, to give them a growth. Then your environment, obviously. Suppose you're not having enough resources, you're not you're, if you're loving a music, you're not having time to attend music classes, but still you have to do something to get a boon, a growth in your natural talent. Fine, so these are the limitations. If we are going to believe in these limitations and bound us with these limitations, we are never going to achieve our task. Always counterattack these limitations. And remember always, the limitations of our life, they are basically responsible or prevent us from becoming successful in our life. First, setting goals. I discussed earlier also that setting goals, how you can do it. First of all, you have to visualize in your mind that okay, this should be my goal, this is my direction, and I am confident enough to achieve it. Now, then start adding the resources, time, and meaning to your goal to achieve it. Okay, then comes your self esteem. Self esteem is basically, like in your previous class also, this chapter was there, and we have studied a topic called self respect. Fine, so self esteem is that only thing. Respecting yourself is very important. If you can't respect yourself, nobody is going to respect you. Okay, first learn to respect yourself, believe in yourself, trust yourself. Okay, and like you have to think positive. I have explained in the previous class also that what is the basic approach of thinking positive. It is not like your conditions, your environment are positive and you are very positive. No, when your environment, when your conditions, situations around you go negative, and still you are thinking positive, your mind is strong enough to think positive and capable of thinking positive, that is where you can say I am positive. And so you can always say think positive. Positive thinking, what the basically 10 traits of positive thinking are. First, belief, obviously. Confidence, you should be enough confident to think like no, the situation is negative, but still I hope the things will improve. Courage, you should have enough courage to take a chance to change the situation. calmness if the things goes against you, things are not favoring you, negative situation. You should calm your mind, relax first of all. Okay, get out yourself from stress and then think positive. Determination, obviously, a motive, a, having a strong motive, no, I can do it. Enthusiasm, full of energy you should be. Focus, you should be, like I said earlier also, in setting goals you should be very focused on your task, that what I have to do. If you're not focused, obviously first of all it will take more time and it will not be done properly also. So when you're studying also you should be focused. Integrity, optimism and patience. See, patience, optimism, integrity, these basic, being honest to your work, whatever you are doing. If you really want to achieve that thing, you should be honest. See, nobody knows you properly except yourself. So you should be very honest with yourself first, that no, I have to achieve this task and I have to do it. Don't be lazy, like okay, I will do it next time, like this thing. Okay, do it now. Optimism, be positive, things should be very clear to you. And patience, obviously to achieve something it take time. Okay, to achieve good things obviously take time, so have patience. These points you should start from today, visualizing your goals. Be positive about your goals. Okay, even the situations are not favoring you, there will be a positive result someday. Okay, repeat your actions again and again, keep trying, and give up your bad habits for it. Okay, and establish a habit, a daily routine, so that you can go forward to achieve your goals. Then comes the most important topic, that is called your stress management, and we are going to focus on this topic mainly regarding the stress management. First of all, what is stress? Stress is basically a charge up, okay, internal condition of your body in response to some external or internal situations. Okay, if your situation, your environment is not favoring you, somebody has scolded you, you are having a fight with somebody, or your exams are there, and you are having a lot of stress, some project is there, some debate is there, anything, okay, and you are having a mental stress regarding that, that is basically stress. How it comes from your body, your internal body, or some external situations, like I said, the exams and all. It produces some kind of hormones in your body, and that produces a stress in your mind. Stress can be emotional, nutritional, chemical, or psychological. Emotional stress, having fight, your parents scolded you, or any kind of uh, things that goes around you that harm you emotionally. Nutritional, you are not getting food enough, or you are not able to get food, you are unable to eat your favorite foods. Chemical, when these reactions happen, like you are having a debate or you are having an exam, or these a chemical reaction happen in your mind, so that produces a stress. Plus, if you are under medications, you know, people, they are afraid of injections. Those, when the doctors say that have an you have to get an injection, they become stressed. Okay, injection, okay, that is also kind of chemical reaction that you're getting, that is also from a chemical. Injection is something, a medicinal thing. Psychological, exam pressure, some competition is there, pressure of that. Then what is basically so these are basically the types that you are having for the stress. Now we will divide it into categories, that what is basically the techniques, meaning, importance of stress management. First of all, we are having a survival stress. Everybody is surviving only. Okay, you are having competition every day in your class, also there's a competition, exam competition, debate competition, life competition. Okay, and you have to survive through your goals and techniques that I have said, discussed earlier. That is basically a survival competition. Animals, they have to survive, how they will survive in the habitat, in the environment they are having. Okay, so that is basically your survival stress. Then comes internal stress, worries, your tension. I have discussed right now only your chemical and psychological stresses. Environmental stress, noise, lots of noise. Your exam is there and some loudspeaker is continuously playing the songs, and the traffic noise is there. Then crowd, lots of crowd making lot of noise. Okay, then your vehicle noise, pollution, and all these stress, they produce a stress in our mind that slowly and steadily we come to know about it. And obviously fatigue also. Then uh, the main criteria over here is, first of all, you have to find that what kind of stress you are having. You see in the list over here, then list them, that is it a survival stress, it is an internal stress, environmental stress, or fatigue. Okay, then look out all the possible angles, that how I'm getting the stress. Suppose I'm getting a stress from the loudspeaker noise, or I'm getting the stress from the pollution, or I'm having an exam stress, or I'm having a stress of competition. Okay, so I have to find out what possible things I can do to prevent these. Not, we can't prevent the stress 100%, but at least we can minimize the stress. Then identify the solutions. Now, what can be the solutions of stress management? Like, few of the things, few things that suggestions can be there. First of all, you should do a physical workout. It's very important. Okay, it, first of all, not only it increases your immunity, it also gives you strength. Physical exercise, physical activity is very important. Go play some game, have some outdoor activity, just involve yourself in some sport activity or some mind games. These are basically very important, that will relax your mind at least. Then do yoga, one of the stress, it is called stretching exercises also, it involves, and it gives a relaxation to your body. And also meditation, give time to yourself, peaceful time to yourself. Consider these solutions. These solutions you should consider: have your favorite food, then listen to some songs, involve yourself in some of your favorite hobby, give time to yourself, talk to your parents, talk to your siblings, and spend time with your family. Then you should plan that how I can come out of the stress. If it is an examination, you should plan your timetable. Okay, I have to do chapter 1 in 1 hour, chapter 2 in the next half an hour. Okay, then rehearse means you should if you are planning something, should do rehearsal. Like, you are going for some competition, you are going for some debate, practice, so that when you're on the final stage you should not be in the stress. Then execute the plan, means the final stage. Okay, then next we come that how the signs and symptoms of the stress. Okay, I have discussed these points, but once again I repeat the signs and symptoms of the stress. Like, first of all, identify your stress, that is your sign and symptoms of the stress. Then identify your physical and mental sign of stress. Okay, what is your physical stress, what physically is the stress is, or some mental stress is there. Basically the stresses are mostly mental only. Cause of stress, you have to find the cause of stress, and find the personal sign of stress. Your headache, you are having your any pain, body pain, anything you're having, fever. So these are basically the personal signs of stress. You're very emotional, you're crying, and all these things. And then you're managing the stress, that I have said, the techniques like having exercise, yoga, meditation, these. Then another thing, right now this point is not basically feasible right now, like nowadays situation, but you should go on a holiday, go out somewhere, go on a vacation, take some nature walk. Very important, get up early, have fresh air in your home only, at your terrace. So these are important points that you can get away from the stress. Then managing your time is very important. If you are not able to manage the time, definitely at the end of the time, when you're left with very little time and lots of work, you will always be in stress. Suppose your exam, you are having 20 chapters to complete, or not 20, it's too much. Okay, 15 chapters you are having to complete, and you are just getting excuses. Okay, I'll do it, take some rest, I'll eat something, or finally before exam you will be in stress if you have not managed your time, and you have not prepared properly. So, there is no shortcut to manage stress. There are some guidelines. Shape it according to your need. Time management, like I said earlier, it's important. You should daily manage your time according to the work clock. Okay, that you have to do this time from 11 to 12, I have to read this chapter, like this. Okay, so it that definitely it will be very productive also, and it will also manage your stress and help you to relax also. Then spend time matrix. See, there are two things, important and non-important. Important are deadlines. I have to complete this chapter, tomorrow is my exam. I have to prepare this debate, tomorrow is my competition. I have to prepare this chart or project, tomorrow I have a display of it. These are important things. Non important, like you just want a nap, a sleep, going to eat something, some activity which is not important. Okay, some just side activity you are doing. Okay, so you can get an excuse from these type of things for your important work. Then use smart criteria, where the objectives are like smart criteria, what they are basically, think smartly. That okay, chapter you're suppose your chapter 12 is a huge chapter and you have given only 1 hour. It's not possible to cover that huge chapter. Suppose it's a 15-page chapter, you can't cover it in 1 hour. Okay, so use smart techniques. Okay, I will cover it in 2 hours, so that you won't be in stress when you are unable to cover it in 1 hour. So what happened, your next the goal of chapters, that will also suffer from it. Make a goal that should be attained, okay, within time bound. Okay, one thing that I used to support by the organization, take help of your teachers, your parents, your friends, your peer, so that they will help you, they will give you some ideas for which you can attain your things, attain your goals. Then your skills are also very important. How you communicate with the other, be clear that what you want to say. When teacher is teaching or somebody is saying anything to you, be attentive, be a good listener for it. Always agree to receive a message, think and then respond to that message. Always be careful about your body language. Okay, and be very to the point that what you are saying. That is basically important point. So here we have completed the chapter self management skills 2, and we have covered the most important topic, that is your stress management. I hope the chapter will be beneficial, and you can read this chapter also from your book, and we are going to do the question answers for it. Thank you very much.